I'm also talking to you with new teeth.
Yeah. So you got new teeth. You had one tooth that fell out.
Yeah,
correct?
I had
Or
a
was it
crown.
all 80? Did all
Remember
80
my
get
story?
removed?
I told I don't know which episode it was, but a previous episode. When I was 16, was on a water slide. I chipped a tooth, and then throughout my life, they had to whittle it down and put a crown on it.
They wordled it down.
That's right. They had James Wardled it, and
Right.
and so I'd go to the dentist every few years, and they have to replace it or update it or whatever. And this time, just as I found out my job was ending, and I started talking with some potential employers on camera and stuff, the morning I was about to do my on-camera interview, my tooth fell out.
Well, it's a good thing that you collect human teeth, so there's no shortage.
Right. And it really was. It was very weird because I was like, when weird stuff happens in your life, you just have to roll with it. And if you don't have a sense of humor, or if a potential employer doesn't have a sense of humor, that tells you everything you need to know right there. So it kind of did me a favor because I think they liked me. I still, I haven't heard back, but I'm sure they really are just taking their time making a selection for this job. But no, but I have had a few on-camera chats with people, and I had to explain. But I finally was able to go to the dentist and get my temporary bridge. It's basically they whittle down 2 teeth, and it actually for me because of my situation, I guess my injury or whatever. The dentist thought that I probably wouldn't be a good candidate for an implant. So,
come on!
I've got
get a second opinion. Can you request? Does it have
by the
to
way,
be
I told him about mood killers, and he might be listening now. So.
Oh, good. Oh, hello, doctor. Now, when you go to the dentist and you need to have a gap filled with a tooth, is it strange to ask for a tooth that is not human?
Yeah, can I have a non-human tooth?
Or do they give you like a menu? I could have a shark tooth. I could have a baboon, a whale.
Just like one of those digital menus that like fast food restaurants have now, and you just scroll through teeth that you think are good.
You scan the QR code and then you find the tooth you want. Why should you be limited to a human tooth? I mean, there's a gap there. Society is saying that you have to fill it with a human tooth, but it really could be anything, right? Why?
And here's the thing, because there have been times in my life when I've had to go to the dentist, and I used to have a chip. I used to have my real human tooth, and then they replaced it with a crown. But before then, and you've seen this with people before, when you have a chip on your tooth and they kind of fill it, sometimes you can tell. You look at the person, you can tell, oh, he's had an injury there. Well, I think you could tell with me, and it always was kind of on my mind, even though people were, they didn't say it or anything, but I always felt like, it was, if you looked, you might see it. And so
how close, do you think people notice though? Because I know what you're saying, but I only notice someone's teeth if they're really, really messed up. But even then it takes a while. Like you have to be talking to someone in an extended conversation.
Right.
And usually what gets you first is the breath because there's something really strange happening there dentally. Is that a word, dentally? But I don't know that anybody really pays attention to other people's teeth unless they're smiling or if you're dating somebody.
Right.
So
well,
I think
that's the thing
it's
too.
Like more of a self-conscious thing.
Yeah, I think it was because your confidence it does come from your 2 front teeth, and for me, it was always like I had one.
I can see that.
I had one real tooth and one basically a false. I always joked it was my false tooth, and because it was a crown. And sometimes because of the way they had to put it together, I would have to have like a veneer on one tooth that would be a different shade, and then if I would like do like whitening strips or something, like one tooth would be really white, but then the veneer would stay the same color, and it was really annoying. So this solution has kind of changed my life already. And this is just the temporaries. Wow. And I look at this guy's work. He's a master. I've had a lot of this work done, believe me.
You say he's listening right now. Are you trying to get a discount on your bill?
Maybe. No, of course not.
Oh.